Hello. Boop, boop, boop. Got it. I would expect to see a document or two around here. There we go. Always the same file. Plastic tree procedures. Containment procedure. Item must be contained within a soundproof cell. Description. Altered effect. A Holiday Memories brand white plastic tree with green plastic stand. The item repeats words and phrases spoken within the range of feet, always in a tone below hertz. The verbal mimicry has profoundly distressing effects on the individual it's copying. The item was taken from a Canadian research station established on Ross Island in Antarctica. Why isn't all of that censored if you're trying to censor its name? Why is every detail about how the tree works all contained except just the number of how far it can record? Like, of all things to redact, why? Where it was used to celebrate the holiday season. In 1979, a solar radiation damaged the radio, severing the base's only means of communication with the world. After the frozen passages opened, a military expedition visited the base to re-establish contact. They found the base's occupants in various states of madness, rambling about voices in the tree. Military personnel discovered that they also heard the tree speaking. After locking the item in a supply crate, they brought it back to the mainland, at which point the Bureau intervened. The talking Christmas tree. And not even a good one, it's a shitty plastic one. Like I always had for Christmas. We never had a real tree. Probably because it's a giant pain in the ass actually to have a real tree. How do I leave actually? Oh, this door's open. Alright, right. The first perspective made it look like it was just a window and nothing else. My bad. My B. What's that? Oh, it's a light. I was wondering what I was looking at. Alright, well that's good. Went and got ourselves a new power. Why even bullets? Why even bullets indeed? The question of the ages. We're heading up here. You'll never get me. they'll just go falling. I wonder if you can get to places like that eventually. Excuse me. I take it the other half fell. That doesn't seem very useful to me. I can do it! 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 Oh. Yeah, it's not good. Couldn't really tell what I was looking at the end there during the fall. That one goddamn goal. Oh. Supposed to kill 50 people without dying. I keep fucking it up by, you know, experimenting, which leads to dying. Where the fuck am I now? Well, that path wasn't very useful. Let's take a look around here. I guess this takes me back to the power plant. Maybe I can reach that from there. On this side of things. Hmm. I'm amazed by my complete inability to aim this gun. I feel like I'm pointing my gun straight at the enemy, and then like, not one bullet will land. None of that hit! What is going on with me? I play shooters. And one of them in particular I play a lot. On this channel. For over 100 hours. So if that is closed off, I figure I'll go somewhere else. Probably through here. Blackrock Quarry 3. This should get me somewhere. We're going to Black Rock Processing. The quarry is probably related. Black Rock Spire. Ah, level 5. Ah, but my goal's right there. That's frustrating. I can see it. Look how close it is. How unhelpful. Okay. Energy converters? That's not one of the options. NSC control room and power plant. So power plant's there, control room. Yeah, I suppose so. Well, I just came from the power plant, so we'll try the control room. This is my constant fear in this game. It's just getting completely lost in this building during the playthrough. Electricity, water level. Well, I can at least spend my abilities, and then maybe teleport to a smarter spot. Increase seize duration, launch damage. Launch basic enemies when their health is low. Alright, let's just max this out. There you go. Launch enemies, launch large enemies when their health is low. Huh. Honestly, I'm just partly curious what the next thing's gonna be. Launch large objects. Only 1 point. I can just buy it right now. I'm surprised. Okay. How large is large? Now I can, yeah, here you can pump up your shield strength for the new shield ability. But how large is large? Are you a large object? Huh. None of the warp spots even really get me closer to where I'd want to go. Am I just lost? Ah, never been in here yet. One upside of backtracking. Book Club, Lopez. That's the wrong document. How did I get here? Stop breaking. Unless you, reviewed by corporate Captain Lopez. These days, most YA novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance, unless you manage to do both. In this story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territories. People all live in walled cities now because of dystopian future. And along the way, they just have to fall in love. I liked how we never got to know if the fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for a young adult. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end of her, but that the job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. Give the book a 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. The Fix. What a painfully generic name. It's so fitting. I always think of like Divergent, which is the book series by someone who I can only assume just gave up. Because, like, what are you? I'm Divergent. You know how there's every dystopian YA, there's the one protagonist that's different from everybody else, and they buck the trends of how society's supposed to work, because they're like, you know, they diverge. That's me. We have a whole classification for people like me. We call them Divergent. It's like, you just gave up. You just gave up. You just, oh, that's the level 5 right there. You brought everything down to the base components of the entire genre and did that, but instead of it being a joke, you just unironically have everything in its most base components for the entire thing. Divergent's hilarious. I don't think it's supposed to be, but it's hilarious. No, that's a sector elevator. I was gonna go back down to the access corridor or whatever. Shit. Wow. Good for you, buddy. You can go away now. There's a sound playing around here? I mean, based on how these are all connected, I guess I have to go back to the power plant? Huh. Kind of makes me realize how long it's been since we've had a new fast travel point, and that I've kind of come to the realization that, like, going in this direction was maybe a mistake. But there's no teleport back to central maintenance or whatever, or teleport back to the area I was primarily questing in earlier. Whoop! Whoop! I have to, like, just run all the way back. I tried Blackrock processing, it didn't let me through. This is one of the zone elevators. It just keeps repopulating this room with enemies. You done, buddy? Like, what am I missing here? Am I forgetting an ability I have? I'm not trying to be dense here. Like, what? that's the direction I'm supposed to go in, right? According to the map. Alright, we might be able to try something else over here. How do I go in that direction? You turn here on the map. How the fuck? The map shows a passage over there, but I can't see it. I wish you could. Can you zoom in on this map? Like, it's so fucking small, and there's all this text covering the parts I'm trying to look at. I just want to be able to make it out clearly. Oh, here we go. This might be it. Oh, shit. I like to make myself believe the planet turns slowly. Hey. The Shatter projectile boost. Joke's on you, you're a gun, and I barely have reason to use those so far. Whoop. I was gonna say, I probably want to turn you guys off, don't I? You being powered actually seems like it's generally a problem for me. Where did you come from? What? What? How'd you get back in? I didn't let go of you. Calm down. All right. Gotcha. One more. Where did I leave them? Aha. I think I'm gonna come out. Yeah. This is probably the spot I saw before. Yep. Yeah, back to the motel. Yeah. What's over here? Ah! Fuck. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay, well, that's fine. We just gotta run all the way back again. I had very wrong expectations of where that was going. And surprise drop. I guess it's a way back that's grinder free. So you don't die if you do happen to trap yourself. Ta-da! Someone's here.
Hello? I don't know. The lights are on. They should be open. We're looking to get a room for the night. Hello? I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Huh. There's someone. Which raises questions. Like tidy up the room. Huh. This is particular. Oop. Yeah, sound happened when it was like, what? Were you not there a second ago? Those keys? Oh, plant to the left. You're tidied up. Chair is out. Radio on the right. Radio on the right. Plant to, yeah. So I think I just made it match this room. But I didn't know that I was making it match a room. But I had the idea before in the hotel. I had the idea that the shining looking hotel. I had the vague idea that like you would do the like look at a photo on the wall of the room because they had those, and then maybe you'd have to make the room match one. It looks like the puzzle here was to make this room match that room, but I didn't know that, and I did it on accident, and then I heard the sound confirming my success when I didn't even fully I didn't see the evidence yet that that was even my task, which is kind of funny. I probably just got the keys to this or something. Yep. We're back. I really dig that stuff. Like, flip the light 3 times, stand up in the motel, solve a puzzle, get your way out. I have fun with the one, like, that vague sense of this feels unsettling in a vaguely horror-ish way, but it's actually not overtly horrific, but it's just unsettling. You kind of have to play along with the ritual to figure out how to solve the problem. Like when those kinds of weird settings show up in shows and stuff, I always think that's kind of cool. I really like the I really wanted to like Fringe, for example. I have a lot of issues with what that show became ultimately, but I really wanted to like stuff like Fringe. And the OA, which is canceled now. But parts of the OA were getting weird like this. Even down to the elements of having a weird house.
Find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
That fucking octopus. Atlas theory. The Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see file ATL03 for said dimensions, seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during this change, and it only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. Previous theory was that this change corresponds to house shifts and that the Atlas is of the itself. Oh, the Atlas is a copy of the house itself, maybe? However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same blip material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Network disconnected. I keep knocking toilet papers off of wherever the hell they're attached to because the door interacts with the toilet paper. There it goes again. It always falls. Whoa. That's what I meant to do. I'm deleting your wall. Like many of you. No, this wouldn't be one of those. I was just thinking, like, video games never like to have mirrors in their bathrooms. Or most places, really. whenever you get to a place in a video game where a mirror normally would be, usually the mirror is destroyed or gunked up or covered in graffiti or missing or cracked up or something, because rendering reflections is hard. But this game's actually specifically known for how it renders reflections. Even though it's like a big DX12 thing that most, like, people aren't even going to properly see, I believe. But, so I don't think it's a lack of reflections is why. Instead, it's probably an in-universe explanation for why mirrors are bad because of an AWE thing or something. She has a scary punch. Yeah, she has a very scary punch. I'm doing that to people. Brace yourself! Someone's getting in a fight, I think. Oh yeah. And they're speaking, so they're somebody that can be saved. Hi guys, how you doing? Trying very hard to keep you alive. Not always easy. We good here? No, we're not good here yet. I have to point my gun at each person to tell who's even on what team. I can't tell. Hey! Are you a survivor I get to keep this time? Whoa. Oh, that's a weird issue. Oh. Weird. The first time I shot the stack of film reels, the whole thing went around as if they were fused to each other. But then I shot it a second time and they started coming off one by one. That's interesting. But I guess the idea is that if you stack a bunch of film reels on top of each other, their physics might not get along very well because they're all like being treated as separate objects. So they have to treat them as one object. And you can break individual reels off of the overall object in a similar way to how you break like pieces of a chair off. That's weird to think about. That's very weird to think about. Well, everyone, congrats on being alive. You're welcome. Weapon mods are full again? God damn it. Alright. I'm gonna get less happy with this feature by the minute. Yes, there's very many weapons. 15% damage, 24% damage, so go away. Damage after kill 29. Damage against enemy armor 46, 30. That's why it fills up so fast. There's so many unique types that if I go for that, yeah, you run out of slots pretty quickly. Got one guy alive there. Yeah. Seems I was able to save like 3 people's lives. Nice.
Hey, Faden, up here!
You better have the information I want, or I'm gonna be cross with you. And you don't want this lady to be cross with you. She has this. Yeah. Trick shot. That was like the water bottle trick where you throw a water bottle and have it try to make it land, but it was a chair onto a vending machine. Die. I think it's dead.